Is the current high interest causing you not to buy a property today? Is the current economic downturn and the coffee shop talk make you hold back your purchase of a property today? Or is it because the prices of property today has been escalating that cause you to pull your handbrake and not to buy something today? Hey, this is Lawrence. Let me share with you about how you can overcome all these situations in exploring a purchase of a property, or for the matter, even exploring a property for investment. Now, if you look at the point number one of a high interest rate today, my question to you is this the current highest interest rate in the present moment, or has the interest rate been higher in the previous years? Now, what about the last 3 years during the COVID situation when it first started at the start of 2020? I believe you will agree with me that the interest rate were at its lowest. And can you remember at that time, you were saying, or many of you were saying, that the interest rate is so low and because of COVID, it is not safe to buy something. And on the hindsight, you have seen that people who bought property at the lowest interest rate 3 years ago have already profited from their property purchase then. Now, what about the second point of economic downturn? Probably a lot of people have been saying that there is a technical recession coming. Now, haven't we also hear this technical recession or economic downturn many years back during the 2008 global financial crisis, subprime, and subsequently the cooling measures, and of course recently the COVID situation, and perhaps even today you may even correlate with the Ukraine-Russia war. What if I share with you that understanding the market situation on property investment, whether you're buying a property for own stay or as an investment, are determining by a few various factors and not just high interest rate. What about the supply and demand of properties in Singapore market today? If you look at the current property market, both the resale market and the new launch market, you realize that there is a lack of supply, especially more so in the new launches where the stocks are very low. And even if you look at the resale market, a lot of homeowners today are holding on to their property in this current situation, perhaps because of uncertainty or because prices may be going up and they do not see the need to sell their property today or offload their property. And as a result, prices will continue to go up because of a lack of supply, and the demand has increased tremendously. Ever since the start of COVID until today, more and more people are buying properties, be it a new launch or a resale market. Now, if you look at economic downturn, have you heard of the terminology whereby when there's a crisis, opportunity exists? Now, think about these 3 points. Perhaps we should not focus so much on the high interest rate and thereby missing another cycle, and also looking at the demand and supply and the potential economic downturn or a technical recession perhaps you see in other countries and the media around causing you not to make that decision. What if the interest rate is low today? Will you then make a decision to buy a property, or you will still continue to make a decision like what happened 3 years ago when interest rate was at its lowest and yet you did not make a decision to buy something? Think about it. I can share with you a lot more about how we should assess and look at property at the right criteria with all the 3 key factors in determining the reason why you should or you should not invest. Now, that's all folks for today. Until the next episode of Awesome Property Series. If you want to find out more about how you can overcome these 3 possible scenarios, contact my details below and I'll share more with you over a cup of coffee. perhaps that will open up your mindset in the entire property market instead of just focusing on the current media. I see you there. Awesome.